We have an important discussion that could save you some money if you do business with the Companies Office of Jamaica. Hey there, thanks for making it Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Denby and Bamboo are also featured in this week's show. You'd want to know why, so please stick around.
Jamaica, this is Kevin Downswell. We original. We were blessed. We have something about us that the world craves. We don't need to compromise. We don't need to rob. We don't need to thief nobody. Everybody who watch this have something unique in them that God placed in you, that was used to bring you favor, was used to bring you wealth. Find it. It's inside of you. Whether they're on the street side, something special inside of you. Whether they're at the bar or drink rum and you try to drink away your troubles, listen to me. And I say go. If you find that thing is what is the very thing that will bring you wealth, the very thing that will bring your life to a level you never imagined. Everybody out there have a choice. And my challenge to you is choose to do the right thing. Choose to not bust that gun. Choose to not smoke that weed. Choose the right thing. Your decision will create a habit, and your habit will create a future. That means if your decision is wrong every day, your future will end up being popped down. But if you decide that you're not going to do that, and you're going to stand up for the right, watch it, your future big. You're blessed. Jamaica, you're blessed. Youth, you're blessed. Girl, you're blessed. Love.
Earlier this year, the Companies Office of Jamaica announced that it was offering a 2-month amnesty so you can take care of some outstanding business matters without paying a penalty or the full fees. It ended on June 30. But as you'll hear in this week's Issues and Answers, there's a 1-month extension. Ian Boyne and Judith Ramlogan discuss that and other company matters next.
Thanks for joining us for Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. Today we have with us the CEO of the Companies Office of Jamaica, Judith Ramlogan, and we'll be talking about issues that are of concern to you. We thank you for your company. Judith, good to have you on. So there's an extension of the time given for the filing of late company annual returns. There was originally an extension of, well, not extension, but there's a 2-month amnesty. Had people been making use of that?
Yes, they had been making use. There had been several inquiries about, the status of companies. And now we are seeing where persons are coming in to file their documents. As of today, I think we've had like 4,500 annual returns being filed. We've had 500 applications to remove companies, and we've had about 400 applications to close business names. So persons are coming in, but we are having an extension of that 2-month amnesty for another month.
So for the month of July. The entire month of July. And what kinds of reductions are we looking at?
Well, we are looking at significant reductions because an annual return, usually the filing fee is $5,000, and if you are late, there's a late penalty of $100 per day, up to 100 days, so that would be $10,000. So if you are late with your annual returns, you would pay $15,000. The fee during the amnesty is $3,000, and there are no late penalties.
So it's from 15 to 3?
To 3. And that is for companies that are for profit. For non-profit, the reduction is from $3,000 per annual return to $1,000 per annual return. So there are significant reductions in fees.
There's also the facility to remove a company. A company might be not operating for a long time. You want to remove. And what is the usual fee for the removal of companies from the
Well, the usual fee is $4,500 plus the cost to file any outstanding returns. right? And usually, though, that could add up to a tidy sum.
Yes.
So what we're saying, no, you don't have to file any outstanding returns. Just pay us $10,000. File, just make a request, official request to have the company removed, and a statutory declaration to say that the company has no assets or liability, and that is it.
Good.
Right?
So it's a very meaningful amnesty.
Yes, it is.
And people should
Right.
make
And I just
use.
want to say that for business names, there are a lot of people who register business names and then forget them.
Yes.
And then when they come to register another business name, that's when they remember them. And usually there are some hefty fees for renewal of business names or removal. So what we're saying is just pay us $2,000 and just remove any business names that you are no longer using.
Okay. What are the benefits of formalization? Because some will say people are running business, sometimes there is no incorporated business, there's no personal name or anything. What is the value of being on the system?
Right. Well, one benefit is that you can prove ownership then. So, you know, there is an objective place that you can go to confirm that I own this business. You also, to get loans, you have to be formalized, right? Whether it is from a bank or it is from the government, you have to be
And the government has a number of facilities to help small business.
Right.
That if you're not formalized, you can't get the help, you can't get the assistance.
Right. So as I said, prove ownership. If you want a loan, and also the thing is that as long as you're registered with COG, you're on our database, and the database is on our website, so anybody from anywhere in the world will be able to confirm, yes, that this business is owned by this person. So it's a part of person's due diligence sometimes.
And someone might want a business partner, someone might want to access training, and it is important that you are formally registered, so you can show that you are legitimate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
So you would say that the fees for registration really pale into insignificance compared to the potential benefits.
Right, and I'd like to just say that one of the other benefits is that the banks or financial institutions won't allow you to enter into any kind of relationship with them unless you're formalized. So if you want to open a bank account, you have to be formalized.
Yes.
And for companies, if you are doing anything at all with the bank, you have to make sure that you are fully compliant, or the bank just will refuse to deal with you.
Good. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we want to talk about what is called the SIP registry. It was controversial a few months ago, and Judith Ram-Logan will tell us what are the benefits of this registry. We'll take a break, but we'll be right back.
Businessmen and women, members of the MSMEs, no longer do you have to visit several government agencies to register a company or business name. Visit the COJ. They are willing and prepared to assist you in filling out the new business registration form, more commonly known as the super form.
The overwhelming response from the majority of our customers is, why did this take so long to happen? There are persons who actually waited until January 2nd to come here to do their business because they wanted to avoid going to multiple government departments.
Click on ocrjamaica.com for more details.
We're talking about issues related to the Company's Office of Jamaica, issues related to small business, your business, really. The CEO of the Company's Office of Jamaica, Judith Ram-Logan, is with us. What is called the SIP registry, Security Interest in Personal Property. That became controversial some months ago, and people realized that they could go online and find out about people's business. Right. You have done some adjustments to that site, and you're back up now.
Yes, right. So a few months ago, there was a big furor because persons realized that anybody from anywhere in the world could search on just enter their names into the site.
Find out what a person owes and person in business.
Their address, sometimes their TRN, you know, a lot of personal and private information.
Oh, you could allow it to happen.
No, well, you know, the thing is that the government has established a security interest in personal property framework to allow for small businesses who may not own real property to be able to use the collateral that they do own, or to use the assets, any movable or intangible assets that they do own to secure loans. So they set up the Security Interest in Personal Property Act, as well as the Security Interest in Personal Property Registry, where any financial institution or any secured creditor, right, could indicate the interest that they had in a certain piece of collateral, a certain asset, right? So that was what the registry was to do. It was supposed to be easy for anybody to look to see whether an asset that they were interested in, whether it was pledged to anybody else.
So,
right?
so in simple terms, then, if I wanted to buy a house or a vehicle from you, you might tell me that, well, everything is clear, everything is all right. But when I go to this registry, I will see that you owe money on this, that it is not clear at all. So that's a benefit to me as a person.
I just wanted to make the point, though, that the registry doesn't register real property, which is your house and your land.
Yes.
So you'd have to go to the titles
So
office
what
for
would be
that.
things?
But you know, like your motor vehicles,
Yes.
like your equipment, your crops, your livestock, you know, your accounts receivable, those kinds of assets, your intellectual property.
Yes.
Right? That is what those types of assets will be registered on the registry. Right? So the rationale for the registry and it being so open is that anybody, not only banks or financial institutions, but anybody could go to see whether an asset that they were interested in, whether it had been pledged to somebody else.
Oh, so that's important. So it's because some people say, why not just let the financial institutions have access to that? But you are saying no, that viewers or regular viewers should be able to have access to a source that says whether Judith Ram-Logan, you know,
whether the car that
whether
the car that Judith Ram-Logan wants to pledge is
really free of debt,
right, and not encumbered otherwise. So that is why that was a rationale for the easy access to the registry.
And what are the changes which have been made now?
Well, the changes, we have limited, first of all, to be able to search, you have to put in there, we collect certain information on the searcher. So the date, the name of the searcher, his or her date of birth, and his or her TRN. Okay. So the searcher has to be identified, and the registry keeps that information. Okay. Right. The next thing is that we have dissected the search into a first tier search, where you just get basic information, the name and address of the secured creditor, and the collateral, and the name of the debtor who owns the collateral. And that search is free. The second tier is you go into more detail, but that search is not free. You have to pay for it. Okay. So that is the basic the basic methods of searching. Right? So that is it.
A final issue has to do with your website.
Right.
And the improvements and what this means in terms of customer service.
Right. Well, we have recently we launched our updated website, which is really the foundation for the electronic business registration form. If you will recall, in January 2014, we launched the business registration form, which allows through one portal for companies and business names to be registered with all other stakeholder agencies involved or charged with the responsibility to regulate startups. So you come to the COG, and when you put in your application to be registered as a company or a business name, and when we issue that registration certificate, you're also registered with tax, with NIS, with NHT, and HART. So it's a one-stop shop. Okay. So the electronic business but that form is manual. So the electronic business registration now is to take everything online. right? So but our website is a foundation for the electronic business registration form. We have, however, are able to offer certain online services. One of them is name approval. You can apply to have your name approved, right, before you come physically with your documents, right? You can also apply for certain letters of good standing, letters of confirmation. You can apply for those online. You can apply for certified copies of documents online, and we will courier them to you wherever you are in the world. You can track documents. You can, so instead of calling us, you can just go online and track your document to see where in the registration process it is. We also have something called a filing watch. If you want to know if a document has been filed or when it will be when it is filed, we can do that, right? So we have several new features. The website is new, so there will be some bugs, and we are working through those. But we really think that the website will help with our customer service. It will help people to be able to do more services, to use more of our services without coming into the office.
Excellent. So improved customer service overall, and the amnesty for the filing of annual returns, that amnesty has been extended throughout the month of July. Significant benefits attached to that. Next week we'll be back. Until then, Ian Boyne wishing you a pleasant day.
Look inside the drum. Those are the Aedes aegypti larvae, the one that causes dengue fever. If all of these larvae mature to be adults, and if the female larva bites someone with the dengue fever, it will acquire the dengue virus. And if that mosquito bites you, you will get it.
Dengue fever?
Yes. Help prevent the spread of dengue.
Clean up your home and community.
Destroy mosquito breeding sites.
Protect yourself from mosquito bites. Prevent dengue fever.
I wanted to give you a short, brilliant quote that would sum up what it means to be successful and how to achieve it. But I couldn't find one. Oh, there were many options. You need to dream and work. Get started. Go to it. It's not about money. Stay focused. Action is the key. More dreaming and even a mathematical equation. In the end, from what I can tell, there is no apparent one recipe for success. There's no surefire formula for achieving it, and definitely no roadmap for even identifying it. So that means it's left up to me and you to decide for ourselves what success means for us. And then, I guess, try to find a way to achieve it. Last week, the Organization of American States provided a little more than $15 million to support the Peckham Community Bamboo Project in Northwest Clarendon. It's part of Government's Bamboo Products Industry Project. Between 50 and 80 Peckham residents will benefit directly from this, but they are just part of a larger group being equipped to earn big from this hardy plant. Take a look at what's happening with bamboo and maybe make a trek to the COJ to get your business going.
All these items you're viewing were made from bamboo. Yes, that tall plant with its hardy stalk can be crushed, burned, and stripped into all forms of products, even food.
You have about 1,500 products that can be made from the bamboo.
The bamboo industry is big business globally. The plant, which is grown wild locally, is farmed and nurtured in many countries by companies that manufacture bamboo products such as charcoal. Wide-scale planting of bamboo is also said to help mitigate the effects of climate change.
It is one of the best plants that what we call sequesters carbon, in other words, traps carbon from the atmosphere. And by trapping the carbon pollutant in the atmosphere, it in fact creates a better atmosphere and more healthier air for you to breathe, and also decreases the temperature of the atmosphere.
With the potential for environmental improvement, coupled with the prospects for earning foreign exchange, for years Jamaica has tried to tap into this US multi-million-dollar industry. At last, with the right training and lots of passion, Jamaica is poised to gain some $24 million annually.
The identified demand in the USA for Jamaican organic bamboo charcoal is now at 12 million pounds per annum. And I understand also there's some demand in Canada as well for this.
Jamaica's bamboo industry is on the cusp of greatness. 2 years after becoming a full-fledged member of the elite international network for bamboo and rattan in BAR, the country was named chair of the over 40-member organization in 2014.
The International Network for Bamboo and Rattan, for short, INBAR, is a government-to-government organization that one joins when you have bamboo in commercial quantities that can be, in quantities that can be commercialized. We have got access to many of the resources that these 37 other countries have. They have technology documents for many different types of bamboo products. For example, the plywood. We have transfer documents from INBAR, and we got access to Indian standards and Chinese standards from the group.
The Bureau of Standards, an international certified bamboo agency, has intensified its training in the area of bamboo production over the past 3 years. So much so that Jamaica is now exporting bamboo charcoal and manufacturing several value-added products, such as bamboo ketchup. The country is also to embark on the use of marginalized and mined-out lands for the production of bamboo plantations. Plus, Jamaica's first organic bamboo charcoal factory was recently opened in St. Mary.
In terms of making the board, you have to actually split the bamboo. They are familiar with using their machete to split. We taught them another way to get that split done more quickly.
On a mission to develop a full-fledged standards-led, market-driven bamboo industry here in Jamaica.
The country has done its research and necessary groundwork. With continued hard work, Jamaica will become a formidable bamboo nation.
Some water with you, please.
Water gone. But me need water for cook. So how me go wash?
Let's weather the drought. Start conservation measures today. Check for leaks around your house. Opt for shorter showers over long baths. Reuse water to water plants and lawn. Watch the amount of water you and your family use. Try cooking methods that don't require much water. And if you have a vehicle, avoid washing it regularly. Remember, water is as important as the air we breathe. So conserve our water, conserve our life.
That far away. Are you excited? You should be. Trust me. You know what? Don't take my word for it. We've got a teaser. See for yourself.
It is the oldest, largest, and most dynamic agricultural show in the English-speaking Caribbean.
It is a time when we showcase the best of Jamaica's agricultural produce, livestock, and innovations.
Demby Show will celebrate its 63rd anniversary on July 31st to August 2, 2015. On the Denby Showground in Maypen, Clarendon, the theme Grow What We Eat What We Grow is supported by the sub-theme of the Ministry of Agriculture, Making Agriculture Sustainable. This year, the show is being celebrated as one of the events earmarked for the JAS 120th anniversary. Thus, we are aiming for an ambitious 120,000 patrons to attend the show over the 3 days. We have decided to keep the admission at $800 for adults and $300 for children. JUTC will be having services from Kingston and Portmore daily, leaving from 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. to the showground, and they will be returning 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. from the showground. It will be the Governor General's Day and the Youth Day, a National Farm Queen coronation. Will be the Minister of Agriculture Day, and we have Digicel and Stars and the ambassadors. The Prime Minister's Day, and that's the Jamaica Broilers Gospel Show in the evening. So it will be packed with activities, and each evening we'll be having entertainments. Patrons will once again be given the opportunity to experience the Denby Up concept and other traditional displays. And this year, we're adding the Business Clinic, which is a new feature. We have the Registrar of Companies and a number of other agencies who will be in one place to share with those who come to Denby who want to start their own businesses, how to start from the formation of companies into the areas of sourcing of funds and also operation.
We look forward to hosting visitors from the Caribbean, North America, and other overseas territories.
So it will indeed be an international show. The car displays will be there as usual, and the farmers market with a big emphasis to grow what we eat and eat what we grow, but also to ensure that for that weekend, persons can come to the Denby show and shop and get the best agricultural produce, certainly at great prices. There will be a special emphasis on the livestock display. The competitions, which we look forward to as JAS and RADA members and farmers, will also be big. We invite all Jamaicans to be a part of the 63rd staging of the Denby Agricultural and Food Show.
Let us meet at Denby 2015 to have one grand celebration.
This is where we close the pages on today's magazine. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, we value your feedback, so drop us a line. Send an email to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. You may also follow us on Twitter @JIS News. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Keep cool.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.